How's it going, everybody? JT here on behalf of the EV Mavericks. This is our 150th episode, 150 episodes strong. It has been a minute since we've had an episode. There's just a bunch of in real life stuff, and it feels like every great holiday, including this one. I think this is Juneteenth today. We've had all kinds of reasons that the show has been delayed or canceled or moved to different spots, but we're here today. We were putting it together with Octant. Nico, Gallardo, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, JT. It's always a pleasure. It's been a while since I've been on the show. I think it's been maybe 2 years or more,
You know
or something
what?
around that, but
If
always such a pleasure.
Let me search this document here and see. I could tell you, Lotto PGF. This was November 22nd of 2024. So that was happy hour number 8. Let's see if that's, yeah. And then today, I was just looking to see if you were on another one, because you've had your hand in quite a few projects over the years, not just Octant. And I believe that did you announce that you were joining Octant about a year ago? Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. I think it was late February last year that I joined Octant, and it's been an amazing time. A lot of things, and well, what I'm gonna talk about today, I think it's one of the most exciting things that we've been working on. So super stoked to chat with you about it.
Oh, I can't wait. And also, you get to hang around with James, VP Abundance, one of the best friends I've had in the space. Met him in ETH Denver, and just what an infectious guy to work with. And I'm sure you'll agree. And you are a community lead, but you do other things beyond that as well. I know that Octant, you got to have about 2 or 3 hats to stay employed there, and they're such a wonderful organization. Everything that Octant has provided, even for this podcast over the years. Let's just do this real brief overview of what Octant is for any listeners that may be new to this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the kind words. We love EV Mavericks as well, and yeah, especially James. I must say, like he's always talking about you guys. So he was also a good inspiration to come to the show and talk about Octant. So thank you so much again for the invite.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Octant is a platform that allows organizations like DAOs and foundations, any kind of organization really, to generate yield with DeFi and distribute that yield to their ecosystems, public goods, marketing campaigns, really whatever they feel is worth funding. For Octant, it's been around for 3 years, and we've been doing this ourselves these past 3 years. Octant comes from a project called Golem. I'm sure many of you know, and Golem Foundation that has like 100,000 ETH treasury, put that 100,000 ETH treasury to stake, and with the yield for the past years, we've been funding public goods, primarily Ethereum related public goods. So we decided to expand the scope and, let's say, protocolize these mechanisms so that other organizations can do the same. And yeah, it's great to see how this technology is growing and being accepted now. So yeah, super happy to dive into whatever you feel is more interesting.
As a side note, if anybody wants to do the back of the napkin math of what 100,000 ETH stake yield is like, I think the real dream for Octant ought to be to get with Tom Lee and get some of that money staked and adopted as well into public goods, especially in light of everything that seems to be happening with the Ethereum Foundation. It looks like community more than ever needs to jump on board. And, if we want to be the change we want to see in the world, we got to pull up our bootstraps and get to it. I think Octant has been one of the greatest examples. I've actually been doing Octant pretty much since Genesis with this. James has been on the podcast several times, and well, without further ado, and this is totally up to you if you want. I've got my screen set up here, and I got my lovely Lattice One sitting over here. Lattice One, not a sponsor of the show, but I am connected.
Ooh.
and I can connect my wallet, and you can walk me through what's new if this is indeed the right page to be on for what's new, unless what you're getting ready to talk about is different than this. Is it
This
this?
is actually perfect. I would love to walk you through
Really? All
all the
right.
new features.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Perfect, man. Okay, well, obvious thing would be that I'm going to connect my wallet. Yeah.
Yep. First thing, as
Okay.
always, connect your wallet.
Uh,
And yeah, maybe one thing to mention is like we completely revamped the UI this time. Like the entire user experience has, in my opinion, improved a lot. The UI looked a lot more beautiful. I think. Of course, I'm biased, but you guys can judge yourselves. But yeah, here you are. You've connected your wallet. You are on the Octant.app page. Well, on the Octant.app page, the first thing that you will see is like Epoch 12, and then when you click there, you will be redirected here, actually.
okay, so
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
the
There you
actual
go.
Octant.app. If you alone at home in your mom's basement want to jump in here, this is where you go, is Octant.app. And I did
And,
indeed click on allocate rewards, and then I stopped because this looks totally different than it used to, and I honestly had no idea what you were going to bring up today is the new thing. It looks like this is the new thing, and the timing is perfect. Okay, let's rock and roll.
yeah, actually, if you want to go back to the previous page, I want to show you something pretty cool that
Sure.
you've probably noticed on the right side. You are a Titan. This
Oh,
means that you've been funding public goods on Octant for a long time and like with significant amounts. We can see that it contributed there
oh,
as
cool.
well. The projects that you've backed, the epochs where you've voted. So yeah, you get this little avatar that showcases your power in the Octant ecosystem.
That's
So
that's great.
amazing to see that.
Okay, and like
Yeah.
how many Titans are there currently?
Um, so on the left side, you can see the leaderboard.
Okay, let's go. Leaderboard. Oh
And
wow,
on the
look at
leaderboard
that.
you can see like all the different sort of characters that exist in the Octant world,
Is this
and
new?
you can see there's a few titans. This is new, yeah, and based on like a few of the on-chain activity that you have, you get a different character.
Oh,
As you can see,
cool.
there are some deities there that are sort of whales that've been funding quite a bit. Like we
Wow.
see close to 10 ETH, which is wild. I mean, they for
Wow.
sure deserve the deity uh,
That's cool.
character. But yeah, you can see the entire leaderboard there.
Yeah, excellent. Okay, well, I'll certainly call my mom when this is over and let her know that I am a titan of something besides junk food. So this is good. Titan of barbecue. Okay, very cool. What else on
Right.
this side? Metrics. Do we want to look at some metrics real quick?
Yeah. So this is for sure. Let's take a look. This is maybe somewhat similar to what you saw in V1 as well. We had a metrics page, and this is pretty much the same, except we've included like the Octant V2 metrics as well. And you can, if I'm not wrong, on the top change which epoch you want to see the analytics for on the top
Oh,
right.
gotcha.
So you can see the different epochs that existed,
Excellent. And I
all the
think
data there.
for quite a long time I had mine set to auto allocate. So I don't know if that's still a thing you can do where you can just auto allocate to all of the different teams in all the rounds. Um, uh,
That's a good question. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if we've incorporated that in V2, but I'll come back to you about that. I love that feature as well, so I think it would be cool to have it if we haven't yet.
excellent.
Cool,
Okay.
awesome. So if we go to the Epoch page now, I can show you how you can now allocate your rewards and show you some of the cool features that we've integrated here. First
Okay.
of all, you see this big, colorful banner that says Round Assistant
Yeah. Oh, is that
right
AI?
there.
Is that AI?
That is AI. So you can ask anything about the round, anything about Octant, anything about the projects that are part of the round. Really, like whatever comes to mind. If you want to give it a try, just
What
type
pro?
something, and we'll see.
Okay, what projects in this round are dedicated? Let's see. We just had who did we have on? It was somebody from Shutter about encrypted in MEV. So are dedicated to encrypting the map. All right, let's see what this says. Hey, this it's a niche area. None of the 25 projects in Epoch 12 are explicitly dedicated to encrypting. That said, a couple are closely related. Here we go. Shutter Network, who we just talked to, and Astus. I love Astus. Okay, so Astus Relay is in this one. That is, for those of you at home, that's and they're Maverick. They're both Mavericks off of Reddit. Coup d'etat. And somebody DM me the other guy's name. He's the ultra marathoner guy. Come on, how have I not kept up with?
Max,
Huh?
is
Say
it Max?
no. I'm gonna feel like an asshole when I remember his name. But anyway, those two guys are Mavericks that keep up this relay here. So okay, but
Yeah, it's actually a great opportunity to give Max a shout out as well from Estes, because he is the one who suggested also that we do a podcast with you guys. So yeah, definitely check out their project. It's amazing, super important for Ethereum, and they're part of the round. So you have a good excuse to support them here.
so maybe Max is coup d'etat. So that may be the username. I don't know. I know usernames better than I do real people. I live in a cartoon world.
That's the yeah, that's the real thing.
Okay, so that going back to this, it works. The round assistant works. You can ask it a general question about what's going on in the round. How cool is that?
if if you click on, for example, click on one of those two cards that popped up there.
Okay, since our ears are
Um,
burning, we'll do Astus.
Amazing. You can see all their details for the round, their profile, like what information they submitted, etc. And yeah, if you wanna learn more about them, there you go.
How they'll use the funding: $7,000 to $8,000 a month, and administration and tooling about $500 to $1,000 a month. Subscriptions, accountancy. I mean, these guys are basically just wanting to cover the cost. As you know, they're just. I know them. I mean, this is like the most maverick type of thing here, where you're doing a big service. You're not looking for a huge paycheck. You just need a little bit of help getting it off the ground. I mean, any business that's got $7,000 to $8,000 a month in overhead, and they're only looking for 500 to 1,000. I mean, that's nothing. That barely, and
Yeah,
that's a 24/7 thing too. I mean, if shit goes wrong, they got to be up in the middle of the night doing it. And like we are discussing, it's a handful of people, no more than probably four that do this. I don't know. It may say here, but anyway, so that's
yeah.
cool. So you can
It's
add.
almost a million validators that they are supporting. I think this number is very conservative. Let's say the 700,000. I think it's closer to a million, but 24/7, 365 days a year. So yeah, as you say, they're crucial infra for Ethereum. So yeah, amazing project.
Fantastic. Yeah, I was at a conference in Denver for Rocket Pool, and both both of those guys were sitting on either side of me, and Jasper the Friendly Ghost was about an arm's length from me. My IQ went up 3 points just by sitting next to them. That's how bright they are. So
I
yeah,
I can imagine.
yeah, it felt good.
So yeah, like these guys are just next
Infectious.
level smart.
Hmm.
So yeah, also. So why don't we add them to the ballot? If you click on the right hand side, you can add them to the ballot,
Got it.
and you have your first project in the ballot.
Ooh,
If you
there's
go back,
oh look at that. There's a
yeah, you
project
can.
navigator right here too, huh? Well, let's just do
Yes,
this.
sir.
Let's just go through them. This will go pretty
Sounds
quick
good. Let's
because
do
I
it.
could just add some to the thing. And let's do this. B Broad's in the audience. B Broad's on Discord with us. Any of you guys that are out there on Twitter, by the way, we're broadcasting on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, and on the EV Mavericks X handle. If you come to the Discord, the EV Mavericks Discord, you can find that at dailydoots.com in the middle of the show. I'll give you guys a few seconds to get in here if you want to join in. And you could just type in on the Doots podcast chat on Discord if there's any of these projects that you think I should allocate towards. How about that? We'll make it a little interactive. Okay.
Love it.
The
Let's do it.
the Tor project, and this is also good visibility for all of these. Even if I don't do it, you can see who they are. I'm going to just very quickly on the abouts on these. The Tor project is a nonprofit, the registered 501c3 mission to advance human rights and freedoms by creating and deploying free and open source anonymity and privacy technology, supporting unrestricted availability and use, and furthering science and popular understanding. So, is Tor an official organization? That am I thinking the Tor network? Like, are these affiliated?
Yeah, well, the Tor project is affiliated to the Tor network, of course. Like they maintain and support a lot of projects. In fact, we also supported a round that they organized together with Funding the Commons to fund projects. I think it's still active if anyone is interested. It's if you go to internetfreedom.torproject.org. I'm
Internet
going to share the link with you.
freedom dot Tor. What'd you say?
Torproject.org.
And now I'm
There you
on the
go.
list.
Yes. Congratulations, JT.
I have made it to a 3-letter agency's freaking hit list. Okay, so this is a Funding the Commons. So these guys are kind of affiliated with that. All right, for the sake of brevity and time, I'm going to add them. Okay, there we go. Moving on. Solidity, of course. Nothing needs to be said there. Adding to the ballot. L2B, yes, of course. DAP node, of course.
There,
These are huge.
yeah,
These are all huge. These are all like pillars of our entire ecosystem. Let's see.
100%.
Funding the commons. Why have I've heard this? I have definitely heard of this. 20 plus events worldwide,
For
bridging
sure.
institution. Yeah. Adding to the ballot. Good. Excellent. Moving on. The Ethereum Economic Zone, also known as the EEZ. Yes, that's correct. They're kind of like similar to the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, EEA, but this is the EEZ. Good.
Yeah, they're trying to coordinate some interoperability with ZK for L2s and ensuring economic viability for them.
Good.
Pretty cool project.
Let's do it. All right. It's hard for me.
Love the sound effect.
I'm such a softy. Hyper certs. Fix this.
Same, man, same.
Yeah. There we go. All right. Good. That's easy. SheepFi. Yeah, I like SheepFi. Let's do it. Cool. OSO uses open data to measure impact of various initiatives across the Ethereum ecosystem. Specifically, we help builders and funders track the full downstream impact of grants programs on key ecosystem metrics like user growth. So these guys are like a data tracker, which is so important for trying to apply for grants, like in the real world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Open source observer.
I
Great team
love
as
it.
well.
Yeah, and it makes everything very third party for the beneficiaries. Yeah, we'll put them in. Good, excellent.
Ooh.
Grow the Pie. Hell yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah, another one.
growthepie.com. One of their team members usually joins us on these calls. Rot Keys, the only crypto portfolio and tax tool. Yes, I know there's some Mavericks that use that. They've been around for quite a long time. Geely Eco Trust for Waste Solutions. Geely Trawangan faces a growing waste crisis caused by tourism growth, limited land, mixed waste collection. Our goal is to transform into a replicable eco island model for Indonesia and other small islands. We're improving collection systems, etc. There they are. Print the pictures are proof of the basket right there. They got all these baskets of trash collecting, working hard down in Indonesia. Yep, let's do it. Perfect. Moving on. Astus, we already talked about them.
Next,
Yep,
we already got them.
already got them in. Crypto altruist, despite Ethereum's potential to transform public goods, philanthropy, governance, and global coordination, the impact economy remains largely disconnected from the ecosystem. That's a fact. With change makers often lacking the trusted entry points, etc. Crypto altruists exist to close that gap. Since 2021, we've produced 275 plus podcast episodes. I like that. Let's do an add to ballot. Moving on. Good for them.
You should also bring them on maybe to the
Yeah,
EV Mavericks.
that's right. And if they're doing a podcast, I could go on there and embarrass all of the Redditors. All right, here we go.
Right.
ETH Staker. I love those guys from day one. They've been a major, major contributor. Seal 911 is a project. Here's SEAL 911. Designed to give users, developers, security researchers an accessible way to connect with a small group of highly trusted security professionals in case of emergency. Let's see.
These guys really undersell themselves. These guys are insanely good. Like they're truly protectors of the ecosystem. Like
Talk to
anytime
me.
there's a hack, anytime there's something going on, they jump straight in. They've I mean, I think they have their numbers there, but like look, 200 million plus assets rescued from like large amount of big players, like a lot of hacks that were mitigated thanks to them. So I believe they undersell themselves. They're an amazing team.
Shout out to Seal 911. I like. I love it that you have
If it,
that amount of backstory on them. That's good.
Actually, if you face a hack of your Telegram account, Twitter, whatever, even something, let's call it small compared to like a $1 million hack, they have this tool, this Telegram bot that allows you to recover your stuff as well. So it's really nice.
Yeah, be careful pissing off the right white hat.
Exactly. And these are the right ones.
These are the right ones. They'll not only recover your funds, they will leave them naked on a webcam. They're, the hackers, they deliver. Very good. Added them to the ballot. We got just a few more left. Oh, there's the attestation service. They're huge. Ethereum attestation service. There we go. Added them in. It's just hard for me to say no. Remix project, the world's most widely used online Web3 development environment. Oh yeah, Remix. Yeah, cool.
Remix, of course, you know Remix.
Man,
And
what a freaking strong round this is. Damn. It's like all
right, yeah. I mean,
it's like the
it's hard
NC
to
Backstreet Boys tour, right? Combined with like Spice Girls, and they're all this. It's a big throwback comment, but everybody and anybody's coming on. There's literally nobody that's tiny in their effort here. This is all big stuff.
Yeah, they're currently running a bootcamp actually for anyone who's interested. Super cool. Check them out for sure.
Remix project. All right, good. Thank you. ECH Institute is building the education and open source infrastructure layer that Ethereum's governance, contributor pipeline, and protocol knowledge depend on since January of 2019. We sit at the
Ethereum
end.
cat herders. I'm pretty sure you've heard about them.
That's the cat herders. I didn't. The acronym.
That's the cat herders.
Okay. Yeah, the acronym.
They recently rebranded.
Yeah.
I guess we had enough kittens with Vitalik, so they wanted to change their name.
Well, they went all in because it looks like they got like a dude on a horse with a lasso. So they're herding cats. That's funny. Okay.
Big cats.
Big cats. Big maverick cats. We need it. Protocol Guild. This goes without saying. One of the greatest. Shout out to Trent Van Epps, formerly of the Ethereum Foundation. Actually had a really big tweet. I don't know if anybody out there had a chance to read it, but he's basically like, hey, the future of Ethereum really is going to be in our hands eventually. Things are getting smaller at the foundation level. It's time for the community to step up and do what we do best. All right, Green Pill Dev Guild. I used to work for them. Used to work for Owaki doing video works and stuff for Green Pill. So the Dev Guild is big. Public goods, product delivery. They do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of stuff. They've incorporated Octant into their products as well, so that's pretty cool. The
That
Octant vaults.
is cool. It keeps on going. There's Shutter. We just had them on the last podcast, I believe. Encrypt the public
Nice.
mempool. That's right. Encrypting the mempool on Ethereum mainnet protects users from toxic MEV and real-time censorship. Yep. Zach XBT.
Another guardian angel of the industry.
Yeah. Recovered 300 million for victims. Shout out to Zach XBT. All right, two more left, friends. Blue Filter is building a nature-based water purification system. I'm going to take a drink real quick.
In honor of the project.
And I'm donating to the project. That's good. Yeah, I want to make sure I got Zach. Okay, yeah, got Blue Filter on there. And then finally, Revoke.cash, which I have used for sure.
Same.
They're really something. Revoke.cash started in 2019 as DeFi was starting to develop. All DeFi apps required unlimited token approvals to function, which poses danger. If any of the apps that you use give access, might get hacked in the future. That's right. So from time to time, don't forget to use Revoke.cash. Okay, we got through them all.
Amazing.
Everybody's
great,
getting
JT.
some. Yeah, they're getting some love from me anyway. Should get some love from you.
Amazing.
Everyone listening. All right, now what do we do?
Now you can see on the top right corner that your ballot has 25 projects out of 25 projects that are in the round. So first thing that you need to do is set your budget to vote. You can click on the button there in the bottom, exactly, and click on set up your budget. Any of the two buttons will do. And here's the interesting part, JT, if you scroll to the top, you can see on the top left corner that you see a little bit below in this card, you see from accrued rewards right now.
Oh.
If you click there, you will see, and we will reveal the new feature of Octant now, that is, you can do direct ETH donations. You're no longer required to lock GLM for months in advance in order to participate. Oh. We've incorporated a new mechanism that allows you to do direct ETH donations. If you have ETH on your wallet and no GLM, you can still participate. The way it works and the mechanism that we've built in order to sort of balance both things, you can, of course, still either lock your GLM for a few months in advance and accrue rewards, or you can do the direct donation. And what the direct donation does is it buys with 50% of your allocated amount. 50% goes to buy GLM and burn it, and 50% is your voting power. So that way we equalize both mechanisms, and you can do whatever you feel like, JT. So up to you.
Okay, so let's do the accrued rewards first. And can you do both things, like, or do you have to pick one or the other each round?
You do need to pick one or the other each round.
Okay. So let's do this. So if I don't have, let's say I'm just going to go raw dog it right into ETH rewards, or the ETH that I own. So this is like,
right.
Okay. So what I'm going to, but I don't have.
Here you need to be.
Yeah, go
you
ahead.
need to be careful, because it will automatically allocate all the ETH that you have in your wallet. So you need to select a smaller number, probably, that you feel comfortable with.
Okay.
I think you're on accrued rewards right now, though.
Oh, thank you. Good eye. Okay, let's go to that. So if I run this
Yeah.
slider down, it'll take it from max, which would drain everything in the wallet. So, but what
Yeah.
I could do is what did I have? I had 25 projects. So if I come down, let's say I do zero point zero 0.02 each, and then it shows that they will get an estimate. Is that correct? A 0.07 in accrued rewards, or if it's math. Okay, let me do. I'm gonna do a little bit more. So it will this show how much the total is at the bottom? What's the bottom line? I'm gonna
Yeah.
need. Okay, voting power. Oh, I see. So the total okay, I'm not that stingy. Jesus. Okay, so what are we at? This is about $150 at current market or whatever, right? Let's do
Yeah.
point one.
Juicy amount.
Yeah, we'll do point one. No, let's do. Can I just do this? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
point
you
one.
can do that.
No, I'm gonna do point. No, let's do this. I'm gonna do point two. Let's just go for it. There we go. 300,
Ooh,
300 some
nice.
odd dollars, right? So this should be pretty good. So now
Amazing. Thank you, JT.
that's all done, right? So let me
Yeah.
take. Let me see if I can get. I feel like the Zoom call is kind of blocking the view of the window a bit. Let me do this. Beep. There. All right. That work. That works. Okay.
That
Good.
works.
Wow. Look at that. This resizing is pretty cool, huh? Okay. Groovy. Let's see. Let's just
Yeah.
put something
Sweet.
else over to the side here. Sorry. I'm indecisive. Okay, close enough.
All good.
X out of that. Peace out on that. But at least half the screen looks a little better than what it was. Yeah,
All right. Yeah.
nice job on the old interface here. This is clean. Okay, so
Thank you.
now
Shout
we'll
out to
be,
the team.
yeah, shout out to the team. Look at that. I changed the window size to accommodate the live stream viewers. Okay, beautiful. That's it. Point two, ETH,
That,
review and sign down here at the bottom. Let's see. The burned half is permanent. It can't be recovered. So the matching buy-in is going to swap to GLM permanently burn. Okay, steps to sign. Should I sign and simulate? Let's simulate. Why
yeah.
not?
Please do the simulation first.
Okay, let's do the
Always good to
simulation.
understand
Okay,
that everything is going smoothly.
that's genius. Okay, and it did pop up on the lattice correctly. I've signed that simulation, and then it's gonna give us a little transaction preview to make sure that all the hamsters are spinning the wheels up in the satellites at SpaceX, and they're getting. I'm just kidding. I'm on Spectrum. They don't have fucking hamsters. They got idiots. Okay, let's see. Shout.
At least they run.
Yeah, I lied. I was trying to protect AT&T. I got AT&T fiber, and it's decent at best. Cell phone coverage sucks. All right, we're still simulating the transaction preview. Okay, I can't play too much of that song, otherwise we'll get a copyright strike. That should be.
No.
Let's check in with President Donald Trump.
We have pizzas, we have 300 hamburgers, many French fries.
Okay, yeah, okay, that seems typical. Okay, good.
Okay, this is taking longer than it usually
Oh,
is. I
look at
don't know
this.
why.
Here's another one that needs to be
All
signed.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple
Okay,
that needs a
thank
signature
you.
for the simulation.
Shout out to Rabbi. There we go. Shout out to Rabbi. All right, it says it looks good.
Ta-da!
Let's go.
There we go.
Let's go for it. This is
Everything looks fine.
this one's
And,
live. Beginning signing process. I'm
and here again, you will need to sign a couple times. So
cool. All
that
right.
in mind.
Okay, there's that. That one went through. It says locking. locking in the contribution. Beautiful.
Yes, sir. It of course depends on how saturated the network is, since there's some level of activity happening right now. I
Yeah.
hope it's pumping and not dumping, but there we go.
You know, it's funny. One time I got a pretty decent block when the price was crashing because of all the panic selling.
Oh,
Look at that.
nice.
My vote is in.
Ooh, yay! Amazing.
There we go.
Well,
All
thank you,
right.
JP.
Congratulations to the 25 members of Octant Round 12 from the EV Mavericks podcast. That's great. Okay, enough with the crowd clapping. All right, what's next?
Here you have a sort of wrapped thing where you can see like the projects that you funded,
Oh,
a little
wow.
bit of an overview of like the participants, and you can also share it on socials as well at the bottom.
Well, let's do that. Let's see. Is it this thing? No, that's a feedback thing.
That's for feedback, also very important. But if you scroll even further down, something will pop up.
Hey, this is awesome. Shout out to the team from the dailydoots.com EV Mavericks pod.
Yeah.
My email, let's do that. There. Some lackey on the team is going to get that ticket and hopefully brighten their day. So
I'm sure it will. Thank you.
is that you?
They're
do you
awesome.
get
Big
off the
shout out to them.
podcast and do the tech support tickets? You change hat. You flip your hat
Change hat.
backwards.
I put on the glasses. Oh no, I already have them.
This is so cool. Yeah, as I was scrolling down, yeah, the interface looks good. I'm not alone. 42 voters, 44 votes have been cast.
Sweet.
And I can share this on the old X using, there we go. I donated 0.2 ETH. And then you should too. All right, there we go.
Nice. Epic.
That was fun.
Hell yeah.
What else we got going on here? And then
And that's it. That's how
is
you
really
donate
cool.
on the new interface.
Well, fantastic. Nico, we're running at about 45 minutes. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to cover. This is it's so important, I think, for people when they start to lose like focus when the price isn't doing what we all thought it was going to do, for the last 5 years. It's like, yo, this still works, right? People just got to get in there and use it. And I mean, I'm always happy to help contribute where it makes sense. And I don't have a lot of money myself, but I like to help out these teams that are out there trying to really foundationally help coordinate humanity into a better thing. I feel like I just had this weird. It's funny. Just last night, I was thinking like, is the whole world just like giving up in general? It's like we should not go that route. And
should definitely not.
You know what I mean? There's nothing to give up. There's only hope for a better future. And if we just keep giving it away to the people who just value extract at the top of this madness, we're not going to affect the change that we all desire, And I want to do it honestly, in a capitalistic way, not a communistic way. I think this is a real tool for, to help elevate.
That's the right way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Cool. So if you want to know a little bit more about how the mechanism works, I know you've probably heard quadratic funding multiple times, and it's so hard to understand what it means. We've created a page that helps you understand quadratic funding and helps you play around with quadratic funding. We've also introduced a new way of doing quadratic funding, which makes it even a little bit more complicated. It's based on the original Vitalik paper. That's why we call it proper quadratic funding. And it's qf.octant.app. JT, if you want to check it out, I can also walk you through it a little bit for those who are interested in what it means to do quadratic funding.
Once upon a time, I made a quadratic funding video for Green Pill with Kevin Owaki. And
oh, nice.
yeah, I'll share the YouTube. Well, it should be on the Green Pill YouTube channel, but I was having fun trying to figure out a way to use, real world physical objects to demonstrate it. Okay, should we try the calculator or see how it works?
Yeah, let's see how it works. So this is maybe something for people in their basements, as you say, to play around with it. It just gives a visualization of how quadratic funding works and like the difference with proper quadratic funding that basically introduce alpha, which means in these sort of rounds, it's not a given that the 100% of the matching fund will be distributed to the projects. They need to reach a certain width of people that contribute to them, and also a certain quantity of money that's contributed. So it should motivate more people to join and projects to invite more people to vote. This is exactly the formula that's being used. For those math nerds out there, I'm not one. I'm not smart enough,
Dude,
but I know there's a lot of people there who will appreciate it.
Freshman algebra was the best 2 years of my life.
Oh, nice.
There's a joke.
So you will enjoy it.
No, my teacher was like, "You again?" I'm like, "I know, I couldn't do it the first time." So I was born to play trombone. No. That was my life.
Oh, nice. Yeah, much better. Not easier than math, but a different set of skills.
Skills. I think my son's an engineering student, and he does really well at math. I could show him this, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, it makes sense to me." He reads this.
Right.
He reads these hieroglyphics. Okay. Well, it shows everything right here. This is good. Okay.
It explains it a little bit, yeah. And here's like the first sort of sliders that you can play around with to understand how, let's say, the contribution of one person is sort of reduced if you have multiple contributors, like how much is allocated. So if you increase the number of contributors, we see how the funding increases.
So so in the case of Octant, the yield, the multiplier is the staked rewards of the 100,000 ETH. That's your matching pool. Okay.
Exactly.
So that's a question that always comes up from people is like, where's the matching funds? There's always got to be another side of it. This has more to do with motivating numbers of people to go after a given pot of money. The more people, it's like the thing said above, 100 people giving $1 is more effective than one person giving 1,000 when it comes to competing for the pool of money. So
exactly. And if you've seen like when you donated, like the multipliers were pretty big, like up to 100x sometimes of how much the projects receive from the matching fund based on how you've donated. So it's pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
And this is the alpha that I was talking about.
This is the new version of the quadratic. Okay. 3 projects, very different contribution shapes. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, obviously you're not going to be able to see this, but basically we're going to take a hypothetical here with 3 different projects, and then you can adjust the pool size to see the alpha change and each project's matching scale. Direct contributions always remain with the project. Okay, so then you can slide. Is there something I can slide here to show? Okay. And so,
On the top is the slider.
gotcha. So here we go. We're gonna move that. We'll move the alpha to 1, a full match. The pool covers every target. Maybe we should take it down. Let's just do 0.5 or something close to that. Each match scaled to 52% of ideal. So, for instance, in the first project, Open Atlas had 4 contributors, Wales Pet had 1 contributor, and Civic Lab had 9 contributors. So, the way it works out, if you have 4 contributors, okay, the direct contribution was $400. So they would only get, they would need 300 needs. Let's see, the alpha needs to be to 157. And then, so for instance, Civic Lab had 9 contributors. So they received $2,025, which was, okay. So the matching is scaled by the alpha number here. Okay, interesting.
Right. So if alpha is 1, then it means they get the full matching.
Mm-hmm.
If the alpha is lower, which means like not enough people and not enough money has been contributed, it scales down. In this case, alpha is 0.52. So it's like 52% of the total matching that gets distributed.
Gotcha. But because Civic Lab had the majority of the contributors, they did get more of a pot.
Exactly, a lot more.
A lot more. So Wales Pet, the second thing, it only had 1 contributor, and under this system, they don't get anything because there's just not.
Although
in
total donations and in total amount, they received a lot more. So the orange part there is like a direct donation.
Okay.
They got a lot more money, but they didn't receive any matching.
Okay, so small print. I need to learn how to read. The whale funded. That means that they did get a direct funding. So does this go back again to earlier when I was doing a direct donation and versus the staked donation? Okay. So it is important to do a direct thing if you really want to make sure projects get something like locked in. Okay, very cool. And if you scale that alpha, if you scale the alpha all the way to 1, that's a full match. Okay, gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Nice. That's neat.
Yeah. And as a last thing, and this is maybe more for the people who run rounds, like you can simulate how to run a round in this case. With all the sliders that we used before, you can set a matching pool and then in the bottom add projects to the round, let's say, and simulate how much contributions they've received and what's the result.
Okay, so the total amount available to boost to contributions is $1,000. There's 4 contributors that are allocating 25. They're raising $100. The match is $300
for this project. That's open source tools.
Open source tools.
And then we have another project with 3 contributors. That's Community Garden. And the Whale Project.
The Whale Project has 1 contributor. So it's the same 3 projects from above. Okay, cool.
And we can add more or add more contributors. And like that way we simulate the round. But that's basically how it works.
Okay. Neat. Huh. Excellent. All right. Okay. Now, this is kind of the implementation portion of the project, putting theory into practice trustlessly. Let's go over this, Nico, if you would.
Yeah. So this is basically what happens in the background when you do the voting. So what you did, basically executed this. You did the signing, right? You were the voter who signed the ballot. And then as soon as that happened, a CK prover verified the tally using succinct SP1. And yeah, once like the aggregate of all those things are verified, then the contract pays out the amounts that are set by the contract. So, and that's depending on, based on the formula, basically, how much money each project receives.
Excellent. Well, this has been freaking awesome. Yeah. Congrats to the Octant team. This website is so cool. Uh, dust off your wallets if you haven't been contributing to some of the teams out there. Highly recommend going to octant.app. Get connected today. You can do direct. You don't even have to buy GLM anymore. This is a pretty big deal. That way, people, if you could do the GLM route, it's awesome. But if you just want to jump in without a whole lot of fuss and muss, you could just go directly into your regular Ethereum wallet. And, I feel like that looking at that list of teams, it was so you could tell people are these rounds are handpicked, like very choosy. It's probably kind of difficult to get your team in there, but you can do it too. Where can teams go if they want to try to get in on this process?
Do you mean on the Octant?
Yeah, to be
That
considered
app?
for a round. Just go to
Oh,
Octant.app
right.
and apply. What's the application process look like?
All right. So that's something we still need to decide. Like for the couple past rounds, we've been picking the projects based on a committee, but on our Discord is I think if you go to discord.gg/octant, you will be like there's a place there where you can shield your project, and you can tell us about it, and it will come to our attention. And if you have enough traction and you show that you've had a lot of impact in the ecosystem, then we are gonna we're gonna consider you for funding, and we'll see how that plays out in the next epoch.
In other words, you guys are only going to consider teams that already have skin in the game. They've already got history. There's already a provable track record. Like, it's not easy to get in on this, and I think that's good because I feel like in the early days it was just like, X, Y, and Z wants to. They want to put pot plants on the blockchain. Nothing against pot plants, but like right now is kind of go time, get the rubber on the road for things that matter, like the MEV encryption type stuff. Some of these other teams that have already been producing stuff for years now, in some cases 10 years. And of course the white hats out there that have been, recovering funds, like real big projects that they've been public goods for a long time, or they're just teams that just need shored up a little bit. Ace Relay team's been hammering it for years. So a lot of very deserving teams out there, and I really hope the audience gives it a chance if they haven't done it before. And as always, the EV Mavericks fully endorses the Octant project. I think we were in on 1 or 2 rounds early on, and it's just always good to get an update from you guys. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day. And I don't know if you're watching FIFA, but the U.S. is playing in about an hour or so here, and that's why we kind of moved the call up. It's kind of selfish reasons. I'm not really a huge soccer fan, but I am when FIFA comes around and the U.S. is doing something better than 30th place. It's
Same
cool.
here. Same here.
It's a celebration
Man,
for
US
the planet. It's cool.
They're playing really well. Like they've suddenly, after the first date, become one of my favorite teams to watch. Because they've crushed it. Like that win against Paraguay was awesome, and I'm excited to watch them today as well as you. So I hope more people are excited about it as well.
One of our this is a back channel joke. Somebody was asking who does the U.S. play, and they said Iran, and they've already lost. And so I made the joke that Trump is going to give Iran a bye week. Oh God!
I would believe it.
Oh man, what a freaking wild time! And I feel like now FIFA and the spirit of like just seeing the whole world come together. And I'm in the Kansas City area. This is like so huge for us because we're hosting games here, and the
Right.
city is on fire with the passion of sports. And actually, a lot of people don't know this. I know this is way off the rails, but Patrick Mahomes' wife and Patrick Mahomes spearheaded a campaign to put together the first dedicated women's soccer stadium in the world. In fact, it's the only stadium in the world of significance that is dedicated to women's sports. And that's right here in Kansas City. So shout out to Patrick Mahomes and his wife for helping to put that forward. And I think that's really helping. I know Kansas is a big flyover state for people, but we do love our sports out here, and we love our barbecue even more. And anyway, enough about that.
Sports and barbecue, soccer and barbecue goes very well together. So
Absolutely.
I understand the hype.
I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. James from Octant has had my barbecue 2 or 3 times out there. In fact, if we get it on the books and you guys get an Airbnb out there at East Denver next year, let me know. Maybe I could crash the party, throw down some grub.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I drive my smokers from Kansas City 8 hours across the state of Kansas into Denver for Eat Denver.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't make it last year, but yeah. No, I usually do a pulled pork. I do a homemade coleslaw. I bring some of my favorite sauces, buns and chips and pop, or not pop, but yeah, little dessert thing or whatever. And it's good old fashioned Americana. So
nice. Maybe you can bring some wine as well, some of that amazing wine.
Bro, I'm not even joking. This wine's so good. He's going to pay me in a few cases of it. I'm going to put it underneath my house and keep it nice and cool and just like special occasions for the rest of my life because it's that good. I love it. It's so, and I'm not even a wine drinker, but it's just, when you get a glass of wine and it like actually hits you right, that's what they got.
Yeah.
They got some shit, man.
Nice.
It's cool. All right, brother. Well, I'll let you go. Thanks so much, Nico. Appreciate you coming around.
JT, thank you so much for inviting me. This has been a blast. I loved going through it with you. It's I loved the entire experience, and thanks to everyone who's watching. Thank you for the opportunity. Shout out to all the EV Mavericks out there, and of course everyone who's watching, regardless of your affiliation. But yeah, appreciate you all. Go to Octant.app and cast your votes.
All right.
Thank you, JT.
Yeah, thank you, Nico. Well, on behalf of the EV
and
Mavericks.
Good luck to the US today.
Yeah, good luck. Is Bolivia still in it? Sorry, I can't follow all the teams. You guys are gone?
No, we didn't make it. Iraq actually kicked us out now.
Well, that's
in the qualification, but we're used to it. So
we're used to it. Hey, US for all.
I'm half Spanish, so I have a team in the World Cup. Luckily.
Ooh, I think. Wait a second. My son, both my sons were telling me that the main big boy player for Spain is 18. 18 years old. Is he the star player for Spain this year? Is an 18-year-old?
I mean, he started like younger than 18 and became a star at 18. I think now he's like 21 or 22, but like he's the star player of the team. Yeah.
Okay.
Still like incredibly young. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Well, thanks so much. And thanks everybody out there that tuned in across all the platforms. You can check us out at dailydoots.com. Make sure you subscribe, help us out. And if any of you boomers out there got a Facebook account, you can find the EV Mavericks on Facebook now. You know what's hilarious? I need 2 more subscribers so we can live stream to there too. And maybe we could snag some boomers in. So if you got an old Facebook account you want to dust off, get it opened up and give us a follow. Appreciate it. On behalf of the Ethereum Daily General Discussion in the EV Mavericks Discord, my name is JT. Cheers and big hugs from Kansas City.
Cheers. Thank you, JT.